Assalamualaikum gentlemen, Mohammad Sajjad Ali from Certified Gentleman. So when I was creating content, I was using some terms and some words and then I realized कि इन terms और इन words का असल मतलब तो एक आम बंदे को पता भी नहीं होगा. So why not first let you guys know what these words and these terms actually mean. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to simply name different items in your wardrobe. Chances are कि ये सब चीज़ें आपके wardrobe में पहले भी मौजूद होंगी but you didn't know कि इनको क्या बोलते हैं. तो इसका एक फायदा तो ये है कि फर्दर जो मैं वीडियोस बनाऊंगा उनमें जब मैं वर्ड्स या टर्म्स यूज करूंगा तो यू वुड नो कि अच्छा इसको ये मतलब था, इसको ये कहते हैं. फर्दर इसका एक फायदा ये है कि नेक्स्ट टाइम जब आप फ्रेंड्स के साथ बैठकर लेट्स से सूट के डिजाइन डिस्कस कर रहे होंगे एंड दे वुड ऑल बी लाइक कि सूट का कॉलर कैसे होना चाहिए, तो यू वुड जंप इन एंड से कि इट्स नॉट कॉल्ड अ कॉलर, इट्स कॉल्ड अ लेपेल. यस जेंटलमैन, स्टार्टिंग ऑफ विद द फर्स्ट आइटम. इसको एक्चुअली कॉलर नहीं कहते बट केस ऑफ सूट जैकेट्स दिस थिंग इज एक्चुअली कॉल्ड लेपेल. But then there's a twist. There are different kinds of lapel. This lapel right here, जिसमें ये greater than और less than वाला sign है, it's called a notch lapel. दूसरी किस्म का जो lapel available है, it's known as peak lapel. Notice this point here. This pointy lapel is actually known as peak lapel. The third kind of lapel is the shawl lapel. ये lapel normally tuxedo या dinner jackets में होता है. Also cardigans अगर आपने नोट किए हो, it's also a shawl lapel. How to identify a shawl lapel? Well, there are no points in shawl lapel. It's just a strip down from your shoulder till the button. And if you are wondering कि cardigan क्या है, तो this, my friend, is a cardigan. A button-up upper like this is known as a cardigan. And note something. This lapel here, in this case, it's not a shawl lapel. ये actually notch lapel है. OQ, notice this greater than less than sign. Coming back to suit jackets, there are actually two kinds of suit jackets based on their structure. It's a single-breasted jacket or a double-breasted jacket. Notice the structure of this jacket. It's called a double-breasted jacket. आपको ये extra button नजर आ रहा होगा. It's not functional. These are just some design details that matter. Compare this to a simple single-breasted jacket and you'd notice इधर कोई extra design detailed button मौजूद नहीं है. Another thing जो कि आपने बहुत सी jackets में note की होगी वो ये opening at the back है. Basically, this opening is called a vent, and there are three kinds of vents available. There's either a single vented jacket, a double vented suit jacket, and a jacket without any vents. Moving on, the pocket in front of your suit jacket, इसमें कुछ सामान तो नहीं रख सकते, मगर इसको खाली भी नहीं छोड़ना. इसमें रुमाल जरूर रख सकते हैं, जो एक बहुत बड़ा स्टाइल एडवांटेज प्रोवाइड करेगा. And yeah, it's not called a रुमाल, it's actually called a pocket square. अब जीन्स किसे कहते हैं ये तो सबको ही पता है, but most men don't know is that cotton trousers को क्या कहते हैं. Well, it's called chinos, and there is no term as cotton chinos. अगर आप chinos वर्ड यूज कर रहे हैं तो इसका मतलब यही है कि you are talking about a cotton trouser. Now let's talk about most important part of the outfit in my opinion, the shoes. In case of shoes, the biggest distinction would be कि whether इसके laces हैं, इसके laces नहीं हैं. And if it is a lace up, so there are two kinds, an Oxford or a Derby. Let me explain. So Oxford shoe और Derby shoe में जो difference है, it's based on the lacing system. If you have a shoe with this kind of lacing system, जिसमें यहाँ पर ये opening मौजूद है, then this shoe is called a derby. And if you have a shoe जिसमें यहाँ पर ये opening मौजूद नहीं है and it's a closed lacing system, तो इस shoe को Oxford shoe कहा जाता है. Another shoe detail जिसके बारे में सबको पता होना बहुत जरूरी है is actually this line on the toe. Notice इसकी वजह से it looks like कि the toe has a cap on it. Therefore, if there's a line like this on the toe, तो इस जूते को कहते हैं a cap toe. And now this shoe would actually be called a black Derby cap toe. In this case, you would notice कि इसकी भी टो पर ये डिजाइनिंग है जिसकी वजह से this shoe is also a cap toe. But कुछ फर्क है. Look at all these detailings. This is not called Italian shoe. जब भी कोई मैं ये shoe देखता हूँ and people are all like this is an Italian shoe, this is an Italian shoe. There is no such thing as an Italian shoe. These detailings, it's called broguing. Now जब broguing की बात आती है तो there can be different kinds of broguing on the shoe. It can be a semi brogue, it can be a full brogue, it can be a quarter brogue. In this case, this shoe has a semi brogue. Notice this line ends here. अगर ये लाइन यहाँ से जाकर इधर से यहाँ पर आके एंड होती, then this would have been a full brogue. A special kind of shoe जिसका जिक्र करना जरूरी है, it's the wingtip. Now, wingtip is a brogue जिसमें वो broguing design creates an M. Now, when it comes to non-lace-ups, so there are two options. Either it's a loafer or it's a monk strap. इस तरह के जूते को जिस पे इस तरह के buckles मौजूद हों, it's actually known as a monk strap. इस शू पर इस वक्त दो बकल्स मौजूद हैं, so basically this one is known as a double monk strap. You would see shoes जिन पर एक single belt मौजूद होती है, that would be a single monk strap. In some cases, I've seen shoes with three buckles. It doesn't look that good. I would rather say avoid the triple monk strap. Now notice, what would this shoe be called? Notice the line here. It's a cap toe. So it's a cap toe double monk strap. अब जो loafer की बात आती है, तो there are a few options in loafers. you can have something like this. This design basically जिसमें यहाँ पर इस strap में थोड़ी सी जगह है. This design is actually known as a penny loafer. There are tassel loafers, there are snuffle loafers. In case of loafers, I believe इस तरह के जूते की discussion थोड़ी ज़रूरी है. You would see this design in most of the shoes. Now this kind of loafer is actually known as a driving moccasin. Then another kind of shoes that I wanted to explain are the boots. Now there are a lot of options in case of boots. Something like this. This kind of shoe is actually known as a Chelsea boot. और इस तरह के boot को actually कहा जाता है a chukka or maybe a desert boot. So that's it, gentlemen, for this video. I hope कि जो words and terms मैंने इस video में address किए, you would be able to use them in your real life. And when next videos में ये words use होंगे, तो you would be able to interpret what they mean. So until next time, take care and Allah Hafiz.